Good morning, one and all. Day 3 of the Tennessean tour de force. I was discussing my plans with my friends I'm staying with, and the hostess with the mostest. I love these people. They are very genuine, very sweet people. They keep to themselves though, so I won't put any names. Regardless, they were asking me questions about what I was planning to do, or gatekeep, and they weren't gatekeeping per se, but they were just asking to be genuinely helpful. And I told them that I was going to probably try and make a run for Kentucky and Virginia. Well, the resident cartographer, Gabe, he had mentioned that it's far easier to travel north and south from the Tennessee area than anything. So I said, okay, well, what gives? He's like, well, what's more important? Getting more states and digital badges for your geocaching app, or traveling east? And I said, by far and large, the first answer, or the first option, which is getting more digital state badges. And he says, okay, well, here. And then we laid out some maps, paper maps, not just digital, but paper maps. And we game planned and workshopped 3 stops: Paducah, Kentucky, Metropolis, Illinois, and then of course Evansville, Indiana. We'll see where my first stop takes us. I don't know if there are distribution centers around or what have you, but there are far more trucks on the road at all hours of the day than I've ever seen in Arizona or Washington State. I mean, we need the trucking industry, and I love these lumbering giants of metal and fuel. It's just an observation. Thinking about this north to south travel east versus west to east, and I've concluded it actually makes sense. So since the migratory patterns of animals are north to south, particularly bison and birds, in addition to trade routes being up and down or north and south of the Mississippi River and the border of it, it really does make sense. So I don't know why I didn't come to that conclusion beforehand, before it was pointed out to me by a cartographer and just looking up the routes, because all humans ever did was improve the trade routes, right? Dirt turned to gravel, and gravel turned to asphalt, and maybe a portion of that was train, this guy in front of me is doing jumping around lanes. Okay, sorry, small tangent. So yeah, they would just improve either trails or trade routes, and then perhaps even rail lines gave way to cars when we started moving cars. So yeah, we're not gonna reinvent the wheel when it's already here in use, yeah? So I put that thought to rest and put my mind on other things. More from me later. I'll be one of the first to admit that collaborative efforts yield better results. That's kind of why I revealed or shared my intentions with Gabe and Rennie, because frankly this is a better option. I mean, it's still raining on me, but I'd rather be in big cities and knock down 3 more states than my proposed plan, which was only going to be 2 states, Kentucky and Virginia, and it was a 5-hour one-way trip through mountainous terrain in rain, and then 5 hours all the way back. So I would have a longer day on the road than they did in the office at their respective jobs. So That said, I am about to enter into Paducah, Kentucky. Wish me luck. I explained to my friends Rennie and Gabe that when you're on a succinct timetable or tour de force, when it comes to geocaches, there are 13 different types, and the one that you seek out are the ones without containers that just have to answer a question or take a picture or some other easy task that you can just do it and be gone. You don't want to waste precious time on looking for a traditional geocache that hasn't been found recently, or just when weather-wise, when it is pouring rain like it is in the Pacific Northwest as it is in Paducah, Kentucky. I just don't have time to waste, so I need to get in, do it, and be gone. And this is the case for Paducah Park. There's a virtual here. I have to answer 2 questions and then be on my way. More from me later. Okay, I don't want to try and compete with an ambulance siren. I'm sure there's probably a less soggier way to get there, but most like a lot of other geocachers, we just go with that direct line of sight. And I saw it, so I went for it. Definitely not preferred. I hate to say the word suck, but kind of plays. Here is what the virtual is based on. I love it, but I gotta go. Okay, so now I need to get across this river, the Ohio River that is, in order to get to Illinois. This is gonna be super sketch. Noise is the grated metal beneath the tires, and the speed limit is 25, and I can see why. This is the longest bridge ever. So part of the workshopping that Gabe and I did last night is that we discovered that there is a Metropolis, Illinois. Yes, like the Metropolis as part of the DC Comics world and the home of Superman. And I instantly thought of my boy Tom Meany. He would absolutely love this place, and I don't think he knows that it exists. Check this out. There is this ginormous sign for Metropolis. I'm like, sweet. Sidebar. So my friend Rennie had warned me that not to speed in Illinois anywhere, like the entire state. And then I was like, okay, well, maybe 2 or 3 miles per hour. Now that I'm here, no one is speeding. Everyone is pegged at the speed limit, whatever the posted one is. It's crazy, especially when I live now in the Arizona area where everyone speeds and going 10 plus miles an hour is the norm. Go figure. Thankfully, someone set up an adventure lab for Metropolis, because I think that would just be an opportunity missed. That said, I am more of a Marvel guy than DC, but a comic book is a comic book, and hey, this is for my friend. Well, this is definitely a tourist attraction that I can get behind. I mean, how cool is this? Okay, This is a life-size statue of Superman. I mean, larger than life, really. I mean, he's Superman, right? This place is so cool. I'm glad I drove out here. Okay, y'all, I don't know if you guys can hear this, but that noise underneath the car is actually one of the pieces that is plastic, and it allows for the road noise to be dampened. Unfortunately, it's making the road noise because it's been ripped off or partially ripped off, and I'm dragging it along the pavement. Thankfully, there are some very nice ladies at the local Walgreens here in Metropolis, and they guided me to a hardware store, so maybe I can do on-the-road repairs, anything, something to secure that, because it's not going to last another couple hours on the road at 70 miles an hour. Y'all, this is what I'm dragging. Hopefully I can go to a hardware store. Well, I think I effectively made some repairs that'll last me at least until I get back to White Bluff. I believe the term that my friend Chelsea, Bubs, and Trina would use is that was a serious hitch in my giddy-up, but I'm alright for now. I don't anticipate any more problems. I'm gonna head off to Evansville, Indiana. More from me later. This is a beautiful road. I'm heading into Evansville, Indiana. Should only be about 20 miles and yeah, maybe a half hour outside. That little hitch in my giddy-up didn't stop the tour de force from happening. Here we go again, more nightmare fuel for WCP-24. Thankfully this is a concrete bridge and it's shorter. It's not a river, it's just pasture land that's flooded. So I made it into Evansville, Indiana without further incident. Still raining, cats and dogs. Flood warnings have been issued for the area rivers. I just want to get in here, do my thing, and get out. I'm a little tired, folks. I only got about 4 to 5 hours of sleep last night. Just wanted to get an early start, and it proved to be useful to get going early. All right, keep digging. Well, hot diggity. I got fueled up at the Evansville, Indiana Costco, and somehow, some way I managed to find my badge. I packed it, but I couldn't figure out where it was. And so when I emptied the contents in the flurry of car drama, I managed to find it. So I'm excited about that. They have a segment in the Costco today, which is where's your badge been? Well, been to Evans, Indiana, apparently. Evansville, sorry. Indiana. I'm fueled up, I'm ready to rock. I've got everything done that I wanted on my geocaching itinerary, so let's just bust home and call it a good day. More from me later. Day 3 was an absolute success. I am back at the home base, and you know what? I'm just gonna chill mighty fine until my friends get home from work. So, can't wait to tell them all about it.